Greetings, Soji Liberators. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Sengoku Dynasty, Episode 5, The Summer of Copper. So at the end of the season, what's going to happen is I will liberate this region. Even though there's regular looters here, I've done enough to liberate it. I think this first bandit camp doesn't have a lot of like loot boxes, whereas all the other bandit camps are like littered full of them. Remember to recruit those 2 refugees? Will do. In the winter season, spent arrows are way easier to find than outside of winter, because they contrast against the snow a lot more easily. Will regular looters despawn at the end of the season? No, they'll still be there. But the region will still be liberated. Which is, I like it like that. It might not make sense, but I like it like that only because if they did indeed despawn, their potential loot would despawn with them, and you can get a lot of good money off of killing bandits, looters, deserters, samurai, etc. So it's, in my opinion, better that they don't despawn, even if it makes less sense, because there's no opportunity loss for killing them, or waiting to kill them. You can always come back. Alright, refugees. Let's bring y'all in. Do I have space for both? Let's see. Yes, I have space for both. One in the standard house. And... one in the workshop. Shamefully, I didn't even get to know their names. I think Chime and something. Alright, I would like to fast travel back to Soji, and in this case, I think I'm going to advance the season so that we liberate Soji. That way I can start to make copper tools. And we will also make it summer. So in the top here, the start of the season is like this part of the bar, and it counts down to the end of the season. Once you get to the end of the season, it will become summer, or whatever the next season it is, regardless of whether you want it or not. But you, after the first 2 days, which is this tick mark here, you can advance to the next season anyway. So if we, before I do change of season, yes, before I do change of season, there's one last thing I want to do, which is to make sure that the needs are fulfilled. So our meals and beverages are not being fulfilled. In terms of meals being fulfilled, I'm going to go over to the forager's hut and tell the stone collector to collect shiitake mushrooms as well. And then the wasabi collector to collect enoki mushrooms. And that should fulfill our food needs. Yes, it does. And then for beverage needs, let's construct an advanced well. I'm going to build a simple well and then deconstruct it just for the dynasty experience. But the advanced well collects more, it collects more water than the simple one. So there's really no purpose to get the simple one. So we're going to build an advanced well. I'm going to put the advanced well right next to the bell for now. I might move it later. Dropping the advanced well here. Then I need a bucket, because no one can retrieve water from the well without a bucket. So For that, I need some planks. And these conifers were felled by my woodcutters, not by me. And eventually I'll have a toolsmith responsible for making all the daily tools. I just haven't done that yet. So, 10 buckets. That will last them a while. Hey, Gear, thank you for the resub, by the way. Stick the 10 buckets in. Go to the jobs. Advance well. Assign Shime. And have her collect water. So now she collects enough water, like 3 times more water than we need. Great. There's one more person that is unemployed, and he is going to become the woodworker. So for now, I'm going to do... Ooh, I don't have sticks. Forger. Get stick. The other thing that I can do for sticks, which is worth demonstrating, is coming over to the woodcutter's hut. And unfortunately, I put the woodcutter's hut really far away, so I'll have to fix that at some point. But crafting, and I can just turn logs into sticks. So I'll take 15 of the logs we have in storage and stick them. And each log turns into 20 sticks. So this is a really fantastic way to get a lot of sticks. So if you don't want to like run around collecting bushes, in fact, that's probably enough. If you don't want to run around collecting sticks from bushes, you can tell your villagers to cut down logs and do whatever you want with the logs. You can turn the logs into planks, turn the logs into sticks, turn the logs into firewood, you know, whatever. Debark them manually, etc., etc. So now with all those sticks, our woodworker can start to make tools. So every day I'm going to make 2 stone axes because we have carpenters that use them. 1 bucket because we have a water fetcher that does that, and there are no planks in storage at the moment, so I'll just prime that with planks. I can also tell a wood carpenter to cut planks too. I don't have to... Oh, that wrong tool. I don't necessarily have to do this manually. I just choose to, because it's good for my own craftsman experience. Alright, there's the planks for the buckets. And we can also have them make, you know, bows, arrows, whatever we want. So, the last thing I'm going to do is pickaxes. And the goal is to quickly replace this with copper stuff. But that's going to be a minute. And wooden hammer. Also, making buckets require a hammer, so he can't make buckets until he has a hammer in storage. So, my hammer's pretty broken. I'm just giving him mine, and I'll make an extra hammer or 2. There. Oh, that's a spare hammer. Oh, he needs an adze. Whoops, I gave him the wrong tool. All right, let's fix that. I'll make 3 adze. There we go. And there was a alert in the top left that was informing me that he had the wrong tool, or he lacked a tool. So now he has the tool to make buckets. Pickaxe, hammer. I'll have to make a stone adze and a stone knife. So now I'm no longer required or no longer needing to make daily tools because they're just doing it themselves. And that's not even all of his workload. There's just not anything meaningful left for me to do with him. Oh, there's one more refugee here, but I don't even have space for you. So I'm going to change season now. And in changing season, we're going to get a cutscene of us building that bridge. All right. As a result of liberating Sasoji, it has turned green. We have now gained we've rebuilt the Sasoji small bridge. So if we went over to this area, there would be a bridge. We have gained control of the Sasoji region. I leveled up Way of the Leader because in building that bridge and in liberating Sasoji, my dynasty level had gone up. And we also completed the quest of Road to Renewal. So I can go back to Toshichi and tell them that the bridge is rebuilt. Also, Sayori now is unemployed. This forager has the wrong season because enoki mushrooms aren't a summer mushroom, so let's collect wine berries. I am very hungry. Let's also fix that. So guys, what do you want me to do next? Oh, actually, you know what? I haven't even improved my tools just yet. I'll do that in just a minute. But now with these Sasoji region finished, I've unlocked copper tools to be able to be made. That was the bonus. So if we head over to the workshop, I'll be able to make some copper tools for myself. So here is a copper axe, a copper adze, a copper hammer, and of course this stuff lasts a lot longer. I'm out of copper for the pickaxe, so I'm going to continue making copper tools until I replace all of my stone ones with copper ones, fulfilling the requirement of better tools. Well, what do you want me to do after I get the copper tools? That'll leave up to you. So if you want me to be able to automate the making of like bronze stuff, I would need to liberate the Injiro Rebels region here, which is a little bit of an undertaking because I'm going to need to construct the Injiro Watchtower, but there's no one to actually kill. The Watchtower is a slightly more expensive project, likely requiring a little bit more resource gathering, but it's entirely within reason to do. I could also build up the village. We aren't really efficiently supplying a lot of the resources that we have. Like, we're not farming, for instance. So there's a lot of benefits that we could do even in our own backyard. I could add more refugees to the town, or you know, continue working towards a quest, because I haven't actually talked to Sasoshi about the Road to Renewal, or Toshichi about the Road to Renewal. So there's a lot of things that we can do. One of the benefits of having someone work the well and having people collect mushrooms is mushrooms plus water equals medicine in this game. So I will be able to go over to the forager's hut and to be able to make myself healing brew, which would have been really nice in that last fight. Oh, there's even copper closer. Alright, let's get a full set of copper tools. So, we need a copper pick, a copper knife. There's no such thing as a copper... Oh, no, there is a copper comma. I just don't have grass for it. Lucky me. I live in the grasslands. Copper comma. I think... that is about it for now. Of things I can benefit from immediately. So let's replace my current tools. The knife, the pick, and the comma. And now I have a full set of copper stuff. I don't have clothing, but I don't have clothing unlocked anyway. So that's kind of moot. The clothing to unlock would be liberating this current region for like bronze Ashigaru gear. And for that, I would need to build the watchtower in this region. So you guys want to build up the village? I think the first thing I need to build up is... there's a few different things I want to do. So one is, and I'll update the priority. One that is rather important is village structure. Hang on. Where is it again? Production facilities, drying rack. Drying rack allows you to turn grass into straw. It's a very fast process, but straw is a building material that you're going to want a lot of. So I'm going to put the grass into straw production facility just next to the workshop here. Seems kind of like a logical place for me to put it. And let's grab the comma and collect some more grass. Nope, that's my knife. Let's try that again. Oh, do I have... wait, I made two nut... oh, I switched my comma and my knife. That's what's going on. They look kind of similar. Way faster, huh? Alright, now I can just stick grass on there and it will dry very, very quickly into straw. I'd also like to get another house down. Because for us to build up the village, we're going to need more people working. The next requirement is maintenance at population 11. And we do still have one unemployed person, so I'd like to employ that person, that unemployed, soon. But here with the comma, I can very quickly get grass turned into straw, and that straw can be turned into rope or used for building, as a building material. In riversides, there is tall grass, which is probably the most efficient way to get grass. Cutting tall grass is pretty high yield. But even now, I have like 112 grass, which is a lot. 127, and it just keeps climbing. So with a comma, it's not too hard to mass produce grass. Also, certain things like grass and flowers are very, very cheap to buy off of NPCs that sell it. Some things like building materials, like copper, stone, wood, is very expensive to buy off of NPCs, but like grass is not. So if you don't want to harvest grass, just go to an NPC that you know that sells it and buy their grass supply, because you'll end up with so much grass. There we go. I just put 100 grass on the drying rack to dry. All right, the next thing is I really like the straw roof and the way it looks. I don't think I'm going to unlock it right now because it's rather expensive. It's 600 coins, which is more than I currently have. But it's a really easy way to roof up your buildings once you have the straw production, which is what I've got now. I do think that it's about time to farm. So we have one person that's unemployed, and I think employing our first farmer is logical. I'm going to put a farm here. Your farmers can farm about a plot of like 24 or so. So here's a land field of 24 spots. Then we need I think we already have a hoe in our general storage, but I'll double check. There is a lot of stuff in this general storage that I could probably get rid of. No, maybe we don't have a hoe. Okay, let's get a hoe. And we can also add it to the automatically manufactured thing too. Here. And then we also are going to want a water bucket, which is literally just a bucket full with water. So if I drop buckets into the well, because I made 10 buckets, one of the buckets is being used by our water collector, but the other 9 buckets I can just drop into the well. I can then retrieve the buckets and get water. So I'm going to make one more bucket. Just to make sure that there's buckets available for our water fetcher. You thought there was a hoe here? I don't see one. It doesn't really matter because I made one. But yeah, let's put this hoe away. And I'm just waiting for the water to get fetched so that I can assign a farmer. But what we can do is we can assign the farmer now. So land field. I only have seeds for gobo. So we're going to assign the gobo seed bag and a farmer, Sayuri, to farm gobo. So Sayuri farming gobo will yield 396 food versus a forager that is yielding like 200. So farming, and that's raw gobo. If I then had a place to cook the gobo, it would be even more food. So it's worth noting that processing your goods is going to yield a lot better than raw. A lot better. Alright, I think if we want to expand a little bit more, there's also other buildings to make. There's not much of a point right now to make a mining post because we haven't liberated this region, so I'm not able to mine its tin and copper. At the moment, oops, wrong click. At the moment, hunting is not that important, I don't think, for our current progression path. But what we do want is a tailor shop. That's pretty important. So for that, we need Dynasty level 8. We're currently Dynasty level 6. So raising our Dynasty level is going to be really where it's at. So I think what I'll do is I'll have you guys decide what to build next. So I could, I'll give you, let me research some options here and list them out for you. We could build a large house for more refugees. I think bang for the buck, medium-sized houses are the most efficient. Large houses house 6, medium houses house 4, but you can get more medium houses than large houses. For the price. But the purpose of the large house is building a large house would give a first-time dynasty bonus of 400. So that's why I'm choosing it. We could build the wood storage or build storages. Building storages is necessary for a lot of the production facilities, so I would build beverage and tool storage at the very least, and wood storage. Armory and ice can come later. Ice isn't even relevant until the winter, and not also relevant until... Well, yeah, not relevant until the winter, obviously, because you don't get ice outside of winter. So those might not be sexy, but they're pretty necessary. What else? For production facilities, we could go with mining or hunting. At the moment, the only thing to mine would be stone. For hunting, we could get fur and meat. But that would be a first-time dynasty bonus doing that. I don't think I have any of the trade buildings. No, not yet. So, yeah, between those four choices, then. It looks like I could cook in the forager's hut. No, that's herbalism. I can show you here. So it's an herbalist station. And the recipes here are going to be like healing brew or other things I unlock. Which is useful when you have a healthcare as a requirement to run your village, but like not useful right now. But I do want to make some healing brew. So let's go make Sitheben a bit. And I'm going to bind this to the minus key. Oh, here's the farm. So yeah, you can see she's farming 22 spots of it. So your farmers can only farm a certain amount. And this is also going to be dependent on the tools they use. So if I go to land field, you know, there's a production modifier of the sea bag of like ×1. But, you know, for different things, there's different modifiers. I'm going to start on the large house and then also probably build the storages because they're both sort of equally important, I think. What will be nice is the my tools will last a little bit longer now that they're metal and not stone. I'll need clay. Got it. Clay you can find by riverbeds, places like that. I also might want to prime the my storages for logs because I think I used all the logs in our our toolsmith and woodcutters won't have material to work with. Making sure not to burn your stockpiles is kind of important. I did, however, level up. Let's get durability from picks and shovels. Third person only? Yes. As far as I'm aware. So knowing that clay is a requirement, let's go grab some clay by the riverbed. Oh, I see clay right there in the center of the screen. Right where the two looters were camped up at. No, and there's more right there too. Plenty of clay. Oh, the enemy encampment are back. Sucks to be you guys. Oh, it's like 2 women with brooms. I kind of feel bad about this, but yep, bandit's a bandit. Boy, she stabs. Oh, you can change it to first person? Well, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not even, I wouldn't be adjusted to it. I'm going to stay in third. But good to know. Down they go. Oh, 1 had meals. Yoink! Oh, they both had meals. I feel like I just mugged them, but, like, technically they were bandits. There was bounties on them. Clay is also the requirement to get a water field. And one of in my opinion, the most important crop in this game would be rice. Because rice can be made into meals, and you can get a whole lot of it, and it also can be made into sake. So if you're gonna farm anything, farm rice. One of the other advantages of rice is you can like kind of mass produce cooked rice very easily in this game, whereas all the other meals are a little bit harder to mass produce, especially as you, the player, once you have a sake brewery. Loot chest refilled? Yes. Why, of course. I'll steal their energy drink and their candles. So clay also doubles as a maintenance material. Eventually, when your population grows enough, your buildings require maintenance, and you can either use cut stone or clay or planks for maintenance. So clay is a raw resource, so it's not particularly good for maintenance. Processed goods would be better, like planks or cut stone, but it does double for that. Healing brew. Nothing like some mushroom water. Yeah, does the body good. So now I ought to have the materials needed for the house. The big house. There's another building house size called a mansion that you can eventually build, which is... and there's even multiple size mansions too. Oh, there's some temporary something or another off in the woods that direction. Because there's a question mark. Maybe a bandit, maybe a refugee. I don't know which. Oops, I need to make those into planks. We probably need a lot more planks than that too. So we've had, I think, 1 refugee over there just waiting patiently to be admitted. It's like a mini game to catch all the logs before it lands on the ground. Yes. I truly enjoy it. Cutting down trees and then trying to catch the logs is a lot more fun in this game than like most of the other games, because it's like, and some trees don't really fall straight down. Some of the trees like to twist, and then it's a little bit more challenging to do, but you know, challenge accepted. And then also the minigame of like how many logs I can plank at once as like a personal challenge. I'm probably going to rotate this house so that its entryway faces the farm too. Luckily I can do that in post. You can see the disappointment in my face when I miss one. I was like, no! I dropped the ball! That's exactly how I feel. Inside and out. Nope, end of day. So there ought to be a lot more water in our general storage because our water collector from the well worked all day long collecting water. A lot of gobo, you know, firewood, etc. I think our logs in storage should be recovered as well. Oh, I'm out of stone though, because I told my my foragers to stop getting stone and get mushrooms. So the net result of that is got to get my own stone. But yeah, we have 27 logs in storage. Well, now 24 because I just used some of them, but the daily income of logs did calculate up. So the people that require logs per day for their work have plenty of logs to draw upon. 3 more planks and a bunch of stone. I wonder what this point of interest is over here. Is it bandits? Half the time it's bandits. The other half it's refugees. Well, actually that's not the only events. Sometimes it's like beggars or traveling merchants. It's not just bandits and refugees only. And beggars can be useful. They'll sell you like cheap berries and rot that you can turn into compost for farming. And sometimes just like grass, but not having to collect your own grass is nice. Thank you for tuning in to Sengoku Dynasty, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 15th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Dynasty warriors.